In this presentation, we will, number one, describe what robotic process automation is. We will provide a couple of demonstrations so you can leave with a good understanding of how RPA works. During the presentation, you may have an internal question emerge to ponder if RPA is a good fit for your organization. So we hope to answer that question for you with a method to help you make that determination. So, what is robotic process automation? Well, RPA is an inexpensive software-based technology. The bots in RPA work by interacting with applications and platforms, performing human tasks at a rate 10 to 15 times faster than a person. RPA performs such tasks as rekeying data, logging into applications, moving files and folders, copying and posting, and much more. In fact, if you have employees who are serving as a quick fix to interoperability, meaning they are taking data from an old legacy system and inputting it into a CRM like Salesforce, or taking data from a mainframe and inputting it into other applications, RPA is perfect for these types of activities, and it does so with zero defects or zero errors. Both public and private sector organizations use RPA as a solution for streamlining and automating repetitive, low value added work. It is also a very attractive alternative to a lengthy system overhaul and huge integrations. So whereas a picture is worth 1,000 words, I believe a media example can better explain what RPA is and its usefulness. So I'm going to toggle over to the meeting room venue of our meeting room here and give you a quick 2-minute presentation.
Jill is responsible for onboarding all new treasury management customers. It's the end of a long week, and Jill has to manually set up 5 new ACH customers before the weekend can start. She begins the tedious process of collecting all the necessary info across multiple systems. She has to log into CRM and access her queue of customers. Jill then begins her manual data entry into the treasury management platform, one customer at a time. Whoops, watch that spelling, Jill. This is Karen. She also works for a bank in the treasury management department. It's the end of a successful week, and Karen also has 5 new customers to set up before the weekend can start. But she's not worried, because she uses a robot powered by robotic process automation to process entries for her. Wow, that's cool. Karen's robot is quick and easy to navigate. It effortlessly takes all of the customer information from one system and enters it into other systems. And the best part? It allows Karen to use her computer for other work while it processes in the background. It takes Jill about 30 minutes to set up one new customer. By using her robot, it only takes Karen 3 minutes to set up one new customer. That's 10 times faster, Jill. Adopting robotic process automation creates happier and more engaged employees. Saving a ton of time unlocks an employee's true creative potential for more valuable work. The integrity and consistency of Karen's robot reduces the number of errors and streamlines audits. This makes for a better customer experience and ultimately leads to a better work-life balance. Robotic process automation is very flexible. Bots can be trained to run most rules-based processes at a bank. In her spare time, Karen works with other departments, helping them to design their own robots. This will allow the bank to achieve its vision of straight-through processing. Integrating robotic process automation into our workflow gives us the best of both worlds, efficiency and creativity. It saves money, reduces errors, increases employee bandwidth, improves processes, raises employee engagement and satisfaction, and improves the customer experience. It's time to take the robot out of the human so you can focus on what matters most.
All right, what you see right here, these data are taken from Google Trends. And what they represent is the growth in interest of RPA over the last 3 years. It suggests, and we should conclude, that the growth of RPA has grown at an average weekly rate of 27% since the beginning of 2017. RPA is in an emerging industry of automation technology and is expected to grow at a compounded annual growth rate of 36% over the next 3 years. So, in a real sense, the future is now. Humans working side by side with robots is no longer something of science fiction. Before we know it, RPA will be to routine administrative tasks what robots are now in high tech manufacturing. Algorithms can now be designed to ruthlessly satisfy larger and larger ranges of tasks, and the unbiased decision making of machine learning represents a comparative advantage over human operators. So productivity will explode, while at the same time, people will be freed to work solely on higher priority tasks. As the most consequential management trend, the clear advantages of big data combined with machine learning are likely to change the nature of work across a wide range of industries and occupations. According to a recent Oxford University study, The Future of Employment, 47% of total U.S. employment will likely be automated or digitized over this decade, with the largest categories representing back office processes and administrative support, sales and sales related activities, as well as customer service jobs. Which leads us in our presentation to another important question. Is robotic process automation a good fit for your organization? I think the better question to ask is, are you making the most valuable use of your employees' time and talent? The cost of sub-optimized full-time equivalent employees imprisoned in low value added tasks has been estimated at about 30% of operating costs, and it's a hidden cost. RPA is well suited for high volume processes with the potential for high human error rates and where humans are being subjected to the law of diminishing marginal returns on quality. The fact that 1 minute of work from RPA translates into 15 minutes of human activity means employees can be released from the prison of the mundane to work on higher priority tasks. Success stories like you see here are common with our solutions provider TrueBot. In the upper right-hand corner, you see how RPA enhanced a bank's ATM dispute resolution by reducing the turnaround time from 48 hours to 2 hours. An insurance company was able to reduce its document processing time from 16 minutes to 3, while at the same time improving their overall productivity of processing by 85%. A leading healthcare system was able to reduce its resource costs by 50%, while at the same time improving its quick verification process time by more than 70%. And a digital processing tech company was able to reduce its data inspection and verification time by more than 83% while being able to redeploy 57% of their complement to open job requisitions and higher priority tasks. And the healthcare industry, in and of itself, is showing tremendous potential for automation and the related improvements. Which leads us to our final question. What method can you use to determine if your organization can actually benefit from robotic process automation? Your first step is to identify the process you believe to be a candidate for automation. You want to conduct a series of individual interviews and construct a straw model of the process, building it brick by brick in front of each employee. After creating the straw model, you want to conduct a red flag analysis to identify the inherent weaknesses that create a drag on productivity in that process. You may find repeating accuracy and quality checks, manual tasks ripe for automation, duplication of activities, and redundancies. Your next step is to calculate what you perceive as legitimate opportunities to automate by conducting an on-site or virtual time and motion study, using WebEx to record employees conducting their work. It's a simple activity where you can calculate the minutes per task, the cost per minute, the cost per task, and multiply the results by the volume of work. Then you generate a cost benefit analysis. Reviewing the related financial models should provide you with a proof positive or proof negative of an automation impact. Here's an example of a cost benefit analysis where the cost of process engineering, RPA programming, and development is estimated at $34,000, with the benefit of FTE hard dollar savings by virtue of redeploying 5 employees to open job requisitions and retiring the allocated budget. The cost benefit is weighed on a 3-year net present value calculation, a return on working capital invested, along with a payback period. But the most exciting thing to see is the actual RPA algorithm at work. So we recorded an excerpt for your review, and this should only take about 3 minutes. We are at the end of our presentation here. As I mentioned at the outset, we did not want this presentation to be a sales presentation for you. But if you are interested in learning more about robotic process automation, if you're interested about a free cost benefit analysis that we can provide for you, feel free to give us a telephone call at the number you see right here, or send us an email at info@helpingmakeithappen.com. We want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to attend this webinar, and we want you to have a great weekend. Enjoy, everybody.